Hey everybody, this is Naomi from Into the Unknown Realm. With me at Ocean State Paracon, I have Jack Kenna from Spirits of New England.
Spirits of New England, yes. Hello.
Jack is actually, his booth is right next to us, which is awesome. And he actually started off the weekend with a great talk about autism. And thought we'd just have you come share a little bit about it, since this is what this is benefiting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually a father of 7 children altogether.
Wow.
Now that's through a second marriage, though. So I'm like the Brady Bunch guy. You know, we get the cousin whatever his name was too. You know, so we get all those kids, but I have 3 boys, one of which is autistic, and that's my son Joey, my middle son, and he was diagnosed high functional autism at age 2.
Now, what does high functional autism
That
mean?
means there's all different phases of autism, all different diagnoses for autism. High functional means that he can understand everything. He'll still have some social issues, which is mostly what autism is about. Having social problems with social issues. Being able to understand people's facial features, what they mean and what their emotions are. They don't get that. They actually have to figure it out. They have to learn it as they get older and older. They have to figure it out. So it's not like us where we can tell pretty much right away. They don't know. If you're like laughing, they might actually think you're mad.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
They can't tell what emotion it is. So.
You know, I was in for part of your talk,
Okay.
and you were talking about how a great example of how they perceive things or things that are going on in their brain is like with a computer when you have all these windows open and it's like overwhelming.
Yes, yeah. I took Joey to a neurologist when he was like 5 years old, and the neurologist explained it to me. He goes, "Here's the difference." He goes, "You have your computer, and you open a window, and you work on a program, and you open another one." He goes, "Well, think of it for them as these are opening constantly. Windows are constantly opening, and they can't tell what's going on. They have to try to disseminate that data piece by piece by piece, which is why you'll see one of the big things for autism is symbols for autism is puzzle pieces, because it's a puzzle to them, and they see bits of the puzzle. Like when they're really young, a lot of times you'll see an autistic child back away from somebody who's reaching for them because all they see is disembodied hands.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
they see you piece by piece by piece. They've got to put all those pieces together to get the picture. So it's not like us where we can see everything at once all the time. They have to learn how to see the whole picture.
Wow.
So it's scary for them, obviously.
Yeah, I know it would be scary for me.
And so it's hard for a parent too, because you've got to deal with that.
Yeah, and understanding it.
And I think it's hard on both parents, but it's probably harder on the mother. I know that's probably what drove my divorce. But it can be overwhelming at times. But there is a lot of help out there. You have to find out where to get it. The Autism Society is out there. I mean, there's one or several usually in every state, but you have to know that they're there. The doctors don't tell you about it. If you can get to the social services, usually they know enough to say, hey, you may want to check out this society that's in our area, Autism Society. And if you get to the Autism Societies, they're actually, if you go to the Autism Society of America, just look it up on Google, find their website, they list all of the ones in every state.
Nice.
And you can just look it up on their website, on their main website. And if you go to them, they can point you to doctors who deal with it, specialists, everything, additional assistance from the states. They know all of that. They have it all. That's the organization. That's the connection for all of us families and individuals dealing with kids with autism. Even adults with autism. They go right through the whole spectrum, from childs up to adults. Autism Society also helps find jobs for these people as they get older.
I just want him to get so tired and
so there's a lot of help out there. You just have to know it exists. But it's only started to exist over the last 10 years. 15 years ago, it was almost nothing.
Wow.
And with what causes autism, There's been leaps and bounds in the last 5 years.
Logan. He doesn't want
If you go back 20 years, they thought these people were just mentally
We had
ill.
2 Jack Russells at home. I missed,
they put
I
them
missed
in,
mine, so I'm just borrowing theirs.
Homes and
It's a good boy.
because they didn't know what it was.
He's strong.
So it's only in the last really 10 years.
I mean, mine at home are 8 and 9
It's
pounds.
grown
This
leaps and
one's
bounds.
got probably 15 on them.
Assistance for the kids and the families.
So I'm sure this event has made it a very personal event for you.
It is. It is. I mean, I'm not in the state of Rhode Island. I'm from New York, Albany, but you know, the autism societies are important in every community. So when I heard that that's who the fundraiser was for this year, I was going to volunteer to give the little speech, but my founder of my team actually volunteered me anyway because she knew. So, but it was okay. And Ken DeCosta was like, yeah, if you can just give a little speech, and it's like, yeah, I'd love to, you know.
That's awesome.
You know, and I don't mind speaking in front of people. So.
Now, regarding your team, what made you start? Actually, we're doing a video show.
We'll get back to you then.
Yeah.
So regarding your team.
Your team. Tell us a little bit about your team.
Spirits of New England was founded by Ellen McNeil and Becky Gann in 2009. I was not part of it at that time. I was talking to them, but I was not part of the team. They kind of created the whole team through, it was Beyond Reality Forum. They had all met online there. And actually, I met them online there. And they decided to form a team, and so they put one together and decided to start trying to help people. So they went to all the different CAPS events with Jason and Grant. And actually, the first time I met them was at one of those events. We decided, hey, we'll all go up to the Spalding Inn. You know, they're having an event up there, and we can meet. We'll meet for the first time. So that's where I actually met them. Now, again, I'm in New York, in Albany, New York area, and they're up in Winthrop, Massachusetts.
Wow.
So it's a 2.5-hour drive for me, but we all met there, and we hit it off, and they asked me to be part of their team, and I said, yeah, sure, you know. And we've been together ever since.
That's awesome.
And I'm their tech guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm the tech guy. That's how they refer to me as. So, hey, tech guy, come here. We need your help.
So what brought you to wanting to do, investigating?
Well, I was always interested, even since I was a kid, because I had personal experiences in my own home, where as 5-6-year-old kid, I would hear my mother call my name, but she wasn't in the house. She'd be outside or something. But it sounded like my mother's voice to me. And I'd go, hey, Ma, what did you want? And I couldn't find her. And I look outside, and she'd be outside. So I'd yell, what did you want? I'm not calling you. What are you talking about? So I always heard this voice call my name. Usually it was when I was distracted or not doing what maybe I was supposed to do. And I found out years later from a psychic medium, Becca Boyd, that it was my grandmother, my mother's mother, calling me to just get my attention for something.
Yeah.
And so that's who's kind of hanging out in my house. She still does to this day.
Wow.
Never told my current wife when she moved in about it. She had somebody calling her name a few times. She goes, what? And she thought it was me. To her, it sounded like my voice. So it's interesting how they can make voices sound. And I said, no, that wasn't me. I said, I know who it was, though. And she said, what? Who? What? It's a ghost in the house. Don't worry about it. It happened to her father. When they came to visit, her mother and father came to visit. It happened to him, and he heard her voice.
Wow.
Yeah. Middle of the night, woke him up. Yeah, it must have been loud, but nobody else heard it.
Wow.
And yes, the next morning I started laughing. I said, you just experienced a ghost in the house. So, I mean, that's kind of what got me into it. My mother used to say her house was haunted. She had a lot of experiences when she was growing up. And I do believe her house was haunted. I had some experiences in that house myself. So I guess that's what drew me into it. And they were all good experiences. They were positive experiences. Nothing bad, you know. So I always was trying to do stuff. So, and then as I get older, I kind of forgot about it. raise my family and stuff. And then when I met with Ellen and them again, it was like there was the opportunity, and I've been going at it strong ever since. You know, it kind of really opened up. And I just, you know, we've done a lot of investigations for private clients. Private homes. Helped a lot of people. I like that. That's important to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love it. Yeah, that's what drives me, is helping people, and history. And when we go to some places, even homes, there's a lot of history in some of these homes that people don't know about. And we find that out for them after the fact.
It amazes me, since being in the paranormal, how much paranormal really is out there. I mean, we don't realize it.
No.
And I mean, just everywhere in places you wouldn't think that they would be, and it's amazing. Very amazing.
It is.
It's cool to kind of figure it out and hear these things. And
actually, I had one gentleman, kind of the caretaker guy for the Dean Winthrop House in Winthrop, Mass. Asked me one time. He goes, "Well, don't you think there's like ghosts everywhere? And if there's some here and there's some in this place, aren't they really everywhere?" I said, "You know what? That's a good point." I said, "It's a good possibility there is actually spirits everywhere." I said, "I do have the belief that some come back and visit, some cross over, some don't." And he's asking, "Well, why do you think that is? Why do some people move on, some people not move on?" I said, "Well, think of the personality of people when they're alive." I said, "I think when you initially die, you still have that personality. So, and even though you may not believe in heaven and hell and all this, you know about it. So maybe when you pass away, if you're not a very nice person in life, you're thinking, oh my God, if I cross over, where am I going to end up?" So they're afraid to. Others, I think, stay behind because they like their place so much. They're so too attached to their home. Then others do move on. They go to the next level. So I mean, I kind of try to keep it basic. And you know, talking to different psychics and stuff, especially one, she goes, "You know, that's what we've pushed all these years. And nobody listens to us." I'm like, "Well, I listen to you, you know." But it's just a theory. It's all theory until we all make it to the other side.
Right,
and we
exactly.
find out, you know?
Until we all really know.
Yeah.
Come back and haunt our teammates.
Yeah, but that's what's driven. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I keep telling. I'm gonna come back and I want you. You know?
It's true. It's true.
It's true. We're gonna come back.
And everybody's like, "What's true? What's true?"
Well, yeah, I'll say this: I've experienced enough that I know there is something beyond this world.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and I've seen enough things and heard enough things and experienced enough things. What it is beyond this one, I don't know for sure yet. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually, being in this field and seeing these things is actually, for me at least anyway, taking away a fear of dying.
Yeah.
Because it's not the end.
No.
There is something else.
Yeah. Very true.
So don't worry, people. There's nothing to fear out there. There's more beyond this. You know.
It's just a little harder to get to your
It's
loved
a little
ones.
harder. Yeah, it's a little harder to get to the next level. You know, but you know, it's like they say, it's not the being dead that hurts, it's the dying. You know,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But you got to get there. You know, and it's just another moving on.
Yeah.
Another road.
Now, we have, if people want to donate to the autism,
Yes. Autism Society
you made
of
up this
Rhode Island.
wonderful flyer.
Thank
I
you.
thought I would share.
Thank you.
So, the
You can-
website's right here.
Yeah, little websites there.
Right there.
But if you wanted to Google it, it's just the Autism Society of Rhode Island. You go on to Google, type that in, and it'll bring up their website. And the web address is, what is it again? asa-ri.org. So, but again, you can just Google them and you'll find their websites and stuff. So anybody out there, you want to donate, or you're a family with an autistic child, you're looking for some help, go to them, check them out, and they'll help you.
Or even come down today.
Or come down today, yes.
$5 to
Yeah,
get in,
it's $5
which
to
is
get in.
nothing, and it's beautiful. You should see it. It's gorgeous here.
And that goes towards donation for the Autism Society as well. That's
Definitely.
$5, so.
And then we have some great speakers going on today. Right now is Chris DeChesre,
Yep.
and he's a great guy. Absolutely love him and his story. It's just awesome. And then at 2 we have Carl Johnson. And then at 3 we have Keith and Sandra Johnson. And then at 4:15 we have Andrea Perron, which is the eldest daughter of the Perron family, from which The Conjuring, the movie, was based on. And with her, she has George Lopez. They do the World Awakening radio show. And then at 4:45, we have John Zaffis, who is from The Haunted Collector. So definitely don't want to miss any of those. A great opportunity for only $5.
Only $5. And you get to talk to us
Crazy.
too. While
Yeah,
we're here.
definitely come see us, talk to us, hang out with us. So what's next for Spirits of New England?
Well, we've got a case going actually on right now, right here in Rhode Island, up in Pawtucket. Just a private case, and people were helping out there. We might have the opportunity. Our biggest thing, I guess, we ever did really was for the USS Constitution. We investigated that for the Navy. And that is still, it's in Charlestown, Massachusetts is where it's located. But it's still a ship of state right now for the Navy. It is still a commissioned Navy vessel, oldest commissioned Navy vessel there is. But the current captain is talking about maybe having us come back.
Oh, wow.
Check that things again because they're still having activity. Nothing bad on the ship, people. Don't worry about that. Nothing bad there. Just a lot of history and some previous crew members that are still there trying to help out.
Awesome.
So we may be going back to there soon, and Ellen has a few other things lined up for us that she hasn't told me even about yet. But
Any Paragons maybe coming up? Or that you might be...
well, we did Paranormal for Pause this year. We're doing this one, and I don't think we have anything else coming up right now. We probably will be doing another lecture at Fisher College sometime in the fall, which will be open to the public.
And how can they contact you or check out your schedule? Or
Well, you can check out actually our schedule we keep online at our website, which is spiritsofnewengland.org. You can also get in touch through us on Facebook, Spirits of New England. Just type that in on Facebook, you'll find us. We, always keep an open forum there, so anybody who wants can just join.
Awesome.
We don't lock people out, so anybody throw some people out. No, we don't do that. So that's how you can get in touch with us. If you have something going on in your home, you think, you can contact us through our website, or you can even give me a call. And that number is 518-330-0277. And what we do ask, though, is people who think they have something going on, we do send you a 10-page form to fill out. If you don't fill out the form, we don't come. So, it's just we have to gather a lot of information on clients to help them out the best way.
Right.
See what's really going on and try to give you the best help we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Need that information.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to move around to my leg.
Great thing of doing live broadcasts.
Yeah, especially at a convention. But you see, there's a lot of people here today, so
Which is awesome.
you
So
see them all in the background there too. See that?
yeah. Oh, right there's Ken DeCosta.
Yeah, Ken DeCasta's back there. A few others.
Oh wait, maybe I'm blocking him. Anyways, so definitely come on down, come see Jack and see us, and we have the Taps home team.
Oh, and there's a
and-
raffle in the back too.
Yeah.
It's a raffle going on back
Yep,
there. So we
definitely.
have things that are being raffled off, and again, some of those proceeds go to the Autism Society.
Which is awesome. Great event. Definitely worth coming down
Great
to.
event, and a great cause to try to raise money.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, thank you
Come
for,
on.
thank you for sitting with me and
pleasure. My pleasure.
talking to us about your team and the autism and sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
And
Anytime.
hope everybody makes it down. And if you can't, definitely go to that website and donate and help bring things a little further for the Autism Society. So for now,
How you guys doing? Are you ready this morning?
Bye-bye, people.
Well,